Hello, I'm Momoko Okada. Welcome to this masterclass video series on traditional Japanese metalsmithing techniques. Kazuo Kashima is the fifth generation of Kashima Nunome masters from Tokyo, Japan. His grandfather, Ikkoku Kashima, handed down this Kashima-style Nunome technique to keep the tradition alive. Nunome technique is a method for attaching gold or silver foil on metal objects. The metal is cross-hatched using a specialized hammer and chisels to make overlapping grooves that gives it a cloth-like texture. Nunome technique is commonly used on hard metal such as iron or steel. Master Kazuo's ancestors invented a new style of technique called Kashima Nunome for use on non-ferrous metal such as silver, brass, or copper alloy. Kashima Nunome technique has the characteristic of a fine texture, which sometimes disappears during the burnishing process. It is ideal for use in delicate and detailed design. To start learning the Kashima Nunome technique, these are the tools that you will use. Japanese black pitch, hera to burnish the foil, kirimawashi for trimming the foil, Kashima Nunome hammer, oshitsuke to attach the foil, hayasuri to roughen the tip of your oshitsuke, hard Arkansas stone to sharpen your chisel and kirimawashi, honing oil to lubricate your Arkansas stone, finger sock, 3 willow dowels, Kashima Nunome chisel, fine silver foil for Nunome, brass plate. You will also need a torch, a lighter, a metal block, and a chasing hammer. Now, let's use our tools to practice Kashima Nunome inlay technique with Master Kazuo Kashima. First, we will make Kashima Nunome grooves in circles. This bowl is filled with Japanese black pitch, which is heated to soften it. Master Kashima heats the pitch with a metal block to develop a thick, workable area. It is important to warm the pitch enough to move it, but not so much that it will burn. Burnt pitch will create a hard crust that will ruin it. The steel block does not heat up quickly, so it is the ideal tool to use for moving the pitch. Master Kashima heats the metal just enough to attach it to the pitch. You can cool the metal surface with a wet tissue. Once the pitch is cooled enough to touch, gather it under the corners to fill the empty space. Master Kashima draws circles on the plate to practice making Kashima-style grooves. Master Kashima puts on a finger sock to prevent contaminating the metal with dirt and oil.
両刃ですからどっち側を向けてもいいんだけれども、この幅のない方を持ちます。こうやって必ずしもこんだけ小さくなります。でこう引いていきます。こういうふうに可動域はこの辺からここまでですね。そしてここまでいったらこうずらしてこの辺でもう窮屈になってくるからこの辺でやめにしてこう持ってきてもうちょっとここまでまっすぐ入っていない感じね、斜めに。あるいはこれがだんだん立ってきてなってしまうとか、角が入っちゃうとか、あとはちょっと急いで雑になっちゃう。
If the base metal gets loose, stop working and use a chasing chisel to take it off, then reattach it. You only need to heat the pitch enough to reattach the plate.
このままずっと持ってってもいいんだけれども、これ190度で入っているから粗めと違ってこっちからやってってこっちが見えなくなって困ったなと思ったらこっちからでもできるのね。
Kashima-style nunome grooves are cut with 4 and sometimes 5 sets of grooves for the foil attachment.
貝がこういくだ。で、2度目がこういくわけだ。
The first circle shows grooves cut straight ahead. The second set of grooves are cut on top of the first set, but they are rotated 90 degrees to the left. The third circle has 3 sets of grooves, straight ahead, 90 degrees to the left, and 45 degrees to the left as well. The fourth circle also has grooves cut 45 degrees to the right of the original set. The final circle is where Master Kashima will demonstrate attaching the silver foil. Master Kashima will now show the application of fine silver foil to the Kashima Nunome circle.
基本的にはこういう箱を用意しますと。厚みは 0.02。鉄なんかの場合 0.03 使う時もあるけれども、でとりあえずこういう小出しにしておくわけね。
Master Kashima cuts a piece of foil slightly larger than the circle he will be overlaying. He will color the foil with a permanent marker which will burn off when the foil is properly annealed.
これは箔を、ここに食いつけさせるための押し付けという道具です。でこの表面をこの刃やすりで荒らして食いつかせるときに、このメッシュがこのメッシュと同じなのでこうクイッとこう入る、これが押し付けという道具で、これは輪郭を切るための切り回しという道具です。これの代わりにカッターは使えません。これは最終的に磨いて、目を潰すで象眼を確かなものにするため最終的に使う磨き棒ヘラという道具です。じゃあこれをちょっと研ぎますね。これは両角を使うから注意するところっていうのは全部隠れるように置くんじゃなくてギリギリのところを作っておく。もうこのぐらいになったらばチェンジね取り替えて、まだ輪郭が見えてないからちょっと押してやるとうっすら輪郭が見えるから、とにかく内側を押し付けて食いつかせるんだな。同じ方向でずんずんやってるとやっぱり手の癖で伸びていっちゃうからこう回してやる。これはね、切ったまんまよりも少し切った後にこう叩いて潰してやる方がソフトになるから、それで内側から叩くんじゃなくて外側から輪郭を探してやります。押し付けたところと押し付けてないところでも下の目が映って輪郭がうっすら見えてくるでしょ。そして今度切り回しの作業に入るんですが、さっきなんでこうギリギリにしたかっていうと、こう切り回しのスタートがで切り回しの場合にはこの手前の角で切る。で手前の角で切るんだけれども、手前の角のガイドは上の方の角がガイド線になるから、でこういう持ち方をしてこうあまり寝かせないでこう起き上がらせてちょっとこう寝かせる。そしてだから右手がこうハンドルになって、この左手の親指でこう押してやる。で押してやるとかこの爪で持ってこう爪に当ててこれを寝かせることでも前にこう進む、こういう感じです。であくまでこの真鍮の上の薄い箔を切るわけだからグッと入れないで。今度は一番外側はまだちゃんと押し付けられてないんだけれども、内側からこう持っていくんじゃなくて外側から内側に 入れていくようにします。で今度布目象眼の一番のメリットは、今切り回した線は余分な箔を取るための意識で切った線なんで、今度はこの丸の線、丸の輪郭線がこれでいいのかどうかを吟味しながら、より美しい線を作り出していくわけです。最後にこのヘラを使って目を潰しながら、箔を完全に定着させる。僕の持ち方はここに間に入れて、こうやるとこれ箔が、ヘラが低く同じ角度でいく。もう少し上げたければこの間に入れる。だいたいこの2種類でやりますね。で最初はヘラの先を使うようにします。で部分的にこう優しく箔の上をいろんな方向から外に向けてじゃなくて内側からこう引っかからないように内側に向けてやる方が大丈夫そうになってきたら、少しずつ強めに、で最後はだんだんこう強くかけると同時に、ヘラをちょっと寝かし気味にしてと同時に外に飛び出している余分な布目もそのヘラで潰してやるようにします。これでとりあえずの完成ですね。当たったところがね分かるようにこういうふうにさっきのヘラだけよりも鳴らししてやる方が全体に落ち着くんだな。これでもう完成。さっきよりも全然鳴らしをした方が落ち着くんだ。
In this section, Master Kashima applies a Narihira Koshi design on the shakudo using gold and silver foil strips. Master Kashima will now attach a shakudo, which is copper alloy with 1% gold. The shakudo is 0.8 millimeters thick. Master Kashima paints the shakudo with a mixture of salt and copper sulfate in water. This mixture is called salt tampan. Brush the shakudo with the tampan. If it does not darken, sand the shakudo using 200 grit waterproof sandpaper to clean the surface. Reapply the tampan and check for even darkening of the shakudo. If it does not darken, continue sanding and checking until it darkens completely. Now, Master Kashima will cut the 4 sets of grooves on the entire surface. This is the shakudo showing the 4 sets of Kashima Nunome grooves. Master Kashima draws lines for a traditional Japanese design called Narihira Koshi. Here are the guidelines for the Narihira Koshi pattern. Master Kashima was careful not to touch the metal surface which would contaminate it with oils. Master Kashima has drawn the pattern on paper so he can plan the width of the foil he will cut to attach on the shakudo. He uses the chisels to measure the width of the strips he will cut from the fine silver foil.
最初のこれはもうなしね、犠牲ね。
Master Kashima also cuts 18 karat gold strips. The foil is scored 3 times to make the flat cut. If you cut it in one pass, the foil will bend and curl into a spiral. To anneal the fragile foil strips, Master Kashima heats them in a covered steel pan. You can draw on the foil with the black marker so you will know when it is properly annealed. Hold one end of the foil strip while attaching with the oshitsuke so it will stay tight and straight. Be careful not to pull so hard that you break the strip. It is important to skip over the crossed foil strips and not press there with the oshitsuke. When both strips are attached, go back and trim the top layer away so it is not doubled. Alternate the placement of the strips so that the seams do not line up. If your cuts are not clean, they will show when the shakudo is completed.
必ずね、こっちが短いとこっち側から切ってやるの。その方がリスクが少ない。こっち側から切った時に反動でこれで支えきれなくなって取れる時。
Master Kashima now attaches the 18 karat gold strips. The tip of the oshitsuke will become rounded with use. Master Kashima will file off the mushroomed end. Then he taps with the hayasuri to roughen the tip.
これが裏側なら、この状態つけるよりもこういう状態つける。
Master Kashima cuts strips of 24 karat gold foil to fill the spaces in the Narihira Koshi pattern. Master Kashima carefully trims all of the places where the foil meets. If there are any details to fix, now is the last chance before burnishing. Any place where the shakudo shows will blacken during the final patina process. Master Kashima trims all around the perimeter with the kirimawashi to create a black border. Master Kashima will now work the entire surface with the hera to permanently attach the foil. Then he uses a hammer to planish and develop a smooth finish. Once the shakudo is removed, clean off any remaining pitch with lacquer thinner, then file down all the sharp edges. Master Kashima paints the shakudo with tanpan to check for any missed spots, which will darken. Master Kashima finishes the surface by raining down steel shut upon it. He cleans the finished shakudo with baking soda to remove any dirt and oils. Then he mixes some tanpan to darken the shakudo. He applies it by hand, but a safer method is to apply it with a brush. Finally, Master Kashima finishes the shakudo with baking soda to make the color even throughout. Thank you for watching this lesson on traditional Kashima nunome technique. I invite you to visit momokoya.com. There you can purchase tools and materials as well as all of the video lessons in this masterclass series.